The graduation party. The actual reason why we are all gathered here in LA is Jada's graduation party. So let's see how this goes.
Okay, so I actually had to cut the music off this clip because I don't want YouTube to take my video down. But this is my friend Rami. So we had a really great time at Jada's graduation party, and here's the rest of it.
Book. And so this is no surprise to me that Jada has graduated from law school. I actually tried to encourage her to go to law school when she was probably in like 7th grade. She's like, I don't want to be a lawyer, mom. No. And then she went.
Later that night, we went to Playhouse. It's a club in LA, and it was pretty fun.
Okay, we got good for We standing on the corner waiting for the Uber. Today is everybody else's last day in LA. So the purpose of this trip, I came to Jada's graduation, but also I'm staying an extra 2 days for my very first solo trip. So yes, honestly, I am nervous to be absolutely alone in the city and just be driving around and shit. And I don't know nobody, but the point is, I say I want to travel, especially solo travel. Why not start in somewhere I've never been, or start in the United States? So let's see how it goes.
Okay, this is the outside of my Airbnb. It was a very safe and quiet neighborhood. It was really cute and everyone was really nice. This was the inside. It looked exactly like the pictures on the Airbnb app. The girl, she had really good ratings. She rents out a room, and there are apparently a lot of people who come and stay with her because of her good reviews. All right, so here I am. I'm chilling at my Airbnb. It's not late here, but I just didn't want to go out at night alone, honestly. And I mean, I'm still like on Atlanta time, so I got a salad. I'm living the LA life because I've been eating some real good home cooked food, but home cooked food, it can just make you feel heavy and slow. So I am having me a little salad here, green. It's from this place called Sweet Greens. It was I don't know my way around, but I think it was somewhere in West Hollywood, wherever. Looks good. I want some greens to reset, but most importantly, I got me some gummies. I stopped by the dispensary. It's right around the corner. I have me some, I got both. I got some indica gummies and I got some sativa gummies, and I got me a pre-roll. Look, that's so funny. Look at the name of it. Literally called Devil's Lettuce, a Devil's Lettuce pre-roll. That's funny. And they gave me a grinder and a lighter. I don't know what that is. Maybe some papers. Yeah, some rolling papers. So, yes, this is my part 2 to my LA adventure, which is now a solo trip. Tonight's the first night. Just gonna chill in the Airbnb, and tomorrow I'm going to start exploring basically everything else that me and my friends didn't do. So, holla. Okay, it's actually day 1 of my solo trip. As you know, I checked into my Airbnb last night. The neighborhood is pretty safe. Like, last night I slept like a rock. I don't know if it was the edible that I took, but it was very quiet. It's very homey. It's very peaceful in this neighborhood so far. So I'm about to go. I got a list of things to do. Hopefully I can get to Worldwide Tacos, and I'm trying to basically start drive to certain parts of town and stay in that part of town and do things over there instead of driving all around town. I 100% want to go to Malibu Beach. Like, that's the main thing that I've always wanted to do coming to California. Driving up the coast, going to Malibu Beach. So let's see how that's gonna go. All right, day 2 of my LA vlog. Well, day 2 of my solo trip. So I just tried to go to Worldwide Tacos. If you are familiar with anything on TV, Insecure, anything that films in the Crenshaw area in California, Worldwide Tacos is a good taco spot. Probably the best, people say, but they were closed. And my friend told me that when she came here, they're supposed to open at 11:30. And I guess they just didn't decide to open up today, whatever. So I just came from the Marathon clothing store, RIP Nipsey. Of course, the store is not open because it's only open online, but I'm about to try and find something to eat because I was going to start my day off with a Worldwide Taco, but they're closed. So let's see what's going to happen. So after I left the Marathon clothing store, I rode through Rodeo Drive just to see all the designer shops and, you know, the posh LA part that we all see on TV. It was hard to get videos and photos while I was driving, so I just drove through. And then I went to the Santa Monica Pier. This was really fun. It was a really pretty day, even though it was a little not sunny, but there were a lot of shops out here. There were people vacationing, of course. It was a lot of people taking pictures and videos. There were restaurants. You can get souvenirs. It was a really nice area, and there were also people out here playing music too. So after the pier, I stopped in Marina Del Rey because it wasn't that far. I had a nice lunch on the bay in Marina Del Rey. And then this is the strip to Malibu. So I've always wanted to go to Malibu, California because, you know, it's Malibu. And it was a really, really long highway to get there to Malibu. It's called the PCH, the Pacific Coast Highway. And I basically drove about 20 miles down, and it was so gorgeous. Oh my gosh, can y'all see the water? Okay, this is footage of me driving down the PCH on Malibu, and this video honestly does not do it justice. So I was just amazed at how huge the mountain was. Like, so when you go on drive on the PCH, there's literally a long highway that separates the ocean from a big ass mountain. And then when you look at the top of the mountains, there were homes in the mountain. And this is the beach, Malibu Beach. It was so beautiful. Like, I stayed longer in Malibu than I planned to because it was just like breathtakingly beautiful. Even though the sun was out, it still looked amazing. Okay, and this is actually when I went to Beyonce's supposedly Bel Air mansion. That was the street. And actually, so this is footage from my last day. I went to Grand Central Market. It's basically a food hall, like a food court with outside restaurants where you can sit outdoors or sit inside. And I chose to eat at this place called Sticky Rice LA. It was really good. So after leaving Grand Central Market, I went around the corner to The Broad. The Broad is a contemporary art museum. They have a lot of work from contemporary artists like Jeff Koons. This is the Basquiat room. They had a lot of Basquiat pieces. I was actually very impressed. And they had other artists there. A lot of Jeff Koons. They had a lot of cool photo ops. If you see this big tall chair, a lot of people take pictures by it. And then, of course, they have the Soul of a Nation exhibit. I think it's there all summer, but basically I went there because it was an exhibit about black art in the post-civil rights era, where black artists were basically translating their frustration for the inequality and, the injustices done against black people. They translated that into art. They basically put this exhibit up to show that black artists had a voice back in the day, and that it wasn't just about the black aesthetic. It was about art and the real things that our people were going through. So I really enjoyed this. So after the museum, I had a lot of time before I had to catch my flight, so I came to the Grove. The Grove is an outdoor shopping area in LA. It was very, very cute and a lot of places to sit and eat and chill, and I had a nice rooftop drink while I was there. So overall, my trip to LA was amazing. I started out seeing the hills of LA, the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Santa Monica Beach, Malibu. I saw a lot of things in the days that I was there, and I'm so happy that I finished it with a solo trip. So thank you for watching, and I hope y'all enjoyed.